Well, welcome back. Look around Middle Georgia now. We're seeing more of those clouds starting to break up. Macon got more sunshine coming in. Forsyth's been sunny through all of our evening shows. Dublin, we're still dealing with a decent amount of clouds, and that makes sense. The southern half of the region has been where most of this rain has been this afternoon. It's Dooley County and into Wilcox County, where we're seeing a little bit of lightning going on right now, even more so as you look to the southwest of the region. We're also seeing some new rain activity moving in from Toombs County into Montgomery and Wheeler. No lightning on that right now, but as I mentioned earlier, any of these showers could have lightning and thunder. So you want to make sure that if you're in the area of any of this rain, if you're going to be outdoors, just be mindful of what you're doing. Don't be hanging near trees. Well, I don't go for a swim because any of those showers could end up turning into a storm. Rain from today, most of us have gotten something in the last 12 hours, though a lot of it's been very, very light. This morning is where Washington County and Wilkinson County got this rain, and then obviously this afternoon, now we're really seeing more of this in the southwestern counties, wet spot being Montezuma by location. Let's add in the last 2 days, though, from earlier in the week, and last night, around 11 to 11:30 p.m., we had pretty mean lines set up in our western counties. Wasn't anything too crazy, but definitely some respectable rain. Now Butler at 2 inches so far this week. A few other wet spots: Millersville, Warner Robins, Hawkinsville. That's 1.5 inches. Same in Soperton and Trutland County. And then you can see there are spots of like Baldwin County, Washington, and others that have gotten more than 2, almost 3 inches. So some of us have gotten more than our fair share of rain so far this week. And obviously Monday really was timed well for a lot of us to help cool things off. Macon, we may be done with rain, but other areas, do not be fooled by all these zeros. Further south, southern half of the region, we are still dealing with some of those showers and storms. Topped off at 91 degrees today, a little above the 88 I was expecting. Sun came out a little earlier than expected. 74 for last night's low into this morning, and tonight thinking 73 around the average this time of year. Wind still be light out of the east, generally speaking, and again, not a whole lot to spend on the low temperatures. They just don't change much during the summer months. So brief cool downs where we're at right now. This low pressure going into the Gulf. We'll revisit that if we have time. It's not a hazard we need to pay attention to, but obviously tropics in the summertime, always something to watch. This front, though, is going to start to retreat back north heading into tomorrow. So we should see more low to mid 90s for our highs for our Thursday, about a 50 to 60% chance for rain. Friday's rain odds 20%. Thinking it'll be more sun than clouds by that point. We're starting to get mid to upper 90s. And over the weekend, we're going to have a lot of sunshine. Good to soak it in before school returns in a few weeks. Pool weather, good to go. You want to go to the park? Great. Just make sure that you are wearing sunscreen and staying hydrated. Guys, by Sunday afternoon, we could be seeing high temperatures pushing 100 degrees across the region once again. Right back where we started this week. So through the remainder of tonight, I think it'll be mostly clear overnight. If we have fog in the morning, that's possible, but it will not be an overcast start to tomorrow. Then we should have a little sun through the morning with more scattered clouds filling in during the day. About half the region, maybe a little bit more than that. We'll get storms throughout the day and evening of our Thursday. And that should be mostly clear overnight tonight, heading into the beginning of our Friday, which is going to be a pretty nice end of the week. Couple of spotty storms can't be ruled out, but for the most part, Friday evening should be relatively clear. 91 for the high tomorrow. Will largely be in the lower 90s across the region, maybe a few upper 80s in the coolest spots. But as for that low, it's expected to track into the Gulf, and as it does so, we'll monitor it to see if anything does develop down in that area. Your extended forecast is coming up in 10 seconds. Your 41 NBC AccuWeather 7-day forecast is brought to you by Volume Chevrolet. So as we continue into the weekend, we are going to see temperatures climb back up. I mentioned another heat wave on the way. It could be the most brutal one yet of the season. 101 possibly Monday or Tuesday. And by the way, those numbers could still climb, and there's not a whole lot of rain chances to go with that. So you'll need to get creative with beating the heat.